Come on, boy. I got you. Hey, check it. Woo! Come on. Okay. Hey. What's good, y'all? Hey, yo, you gotta eat that over here, you know what I'm saying? You got the chicken.
I'm about to smack the.
It's the vegan thug corner, cuz. You can't eat that over here.
Hey man, you know what it is, dog. Veggie gang over every gang, you know what I'm saying? Damani got the truth. Focus on healthy your fitness. Focus on healthy your fitness. Focus on healthy your fitness. I'm a healthy vegan thug. Yeah. Living foods is what I do. Living healthy is the mission. Whoa. Green juice is what I'm sipping. I'm a healthy vegan thug. Yeah. Living foods is what I do. Living healthy is the mission. Yeah. Green juice is what I'm sipping. Cause I'm a healthy vegan thug. Veggies like a rock. I just be cutting garlic on the block. When they come to mixing, flipping, dipping dishes, visions, it be raising vegan at the top. So I be salivating, eat the beef. Probably cause I be eating beef. Hold up, I think I got kale in my teeth. Now this beat can be deceased. Activate your cells in the morning with fruit. We recruit till we live, till we truth, till we win, never lose. To the vows and the bins and the ends that we move. To the childish revenge of the binge you remove. Whoa, how about the booth? We blend in the visions with truth. You know I don't play by my fruit. Get an avocado sandwich, catch a groove. Yeah, we sipping the smoothies with mangoes that juicy and you can't do nothing about it. My life is a movie with berries like rubies. I'm healthy, I'm solid, I'm grounded. I wanna be in nature with the leaves around me. Where the trees of the jungle will be where you found me. In the concrete jungles where outcomes are rumbles and chaos. A thug is what I'll be. At least for now, we'll be okay. Relocate, see your fate, see your face with deep vibration. No distressing, no repressing. Don't need just accept disease for next generation. Spot on fullest, mind on fullest. Time is ticking, growing just to feed my nation. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, we healing and growing for new recreation.
He's here.
Send him in.
Yes, sir.
Where you follow?
I take my job seriously. And God's job, no man can follow.
Okay. And all there?
I'm a healthy vegan thug. Yeah. Living foods is what I do. Living healthy is the mission. Whoa. Green juice is what I'm sipping. I'm a healthy vegan thug. Yeah. Living foods is what I do. Whoa. Living healthy is the mission. Yeah. Green juice is what I'm sipping. Cause I'm a healthy vegan thug. Focus on your health and on your fitness. Ain't no reason not to handle business. Gotta go to the flow to the minute. I'm a girl to be old, I'ma go, I'ma get it. Whoa, what you gotta do that for? I'm lifting the masses, you knew that, though. You got the Hennessy, but that won't do nothing for you. I got the Cincinnati, so you can move that, though. The clouds, your intestines, your body can't rest. Gotta find a fruit so you can send it with a message. Better for your mind so you can learn what we profess it. Gotta eat to list so you can come up with a blessing. Whoa, I'm a healthy vegan thug. Got these seeds up from the mud. Got my head up to the sun, reflecting on what we have done. I'm a healthy vegan thug. Yeah. Living foods is what I do. Living healthy is the mission. Whoa. Green juice is what I'm sipping. I'm a healthy vegan thug. Yeah. Living foods is what I do. Whoa. Living healthy is the mission. Yeah. Green juice is what I'm sipping. Cause I'm a healthy vegan thug.
All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. We are back again, and I have a special guest. Damani Truth is in the house. What's going on, Damani? How you doing?
What's happening?
I love it. So Damani is here, and he's going to talk to us about what is a healthy vegan thug. And I know you got that other video out, Black Tastic, which I love, but you're going to tell us all about that. So tell us a little about yourself, Damani. What you've been up to?
So if we talking from the vegan standpoint, I've been vegan from birth. I was raised plant-based, meaning no chemicals. I was raised away from meats because we have a couple of things that's in our family, like a lot of other Black families. We have high blood pressure in our family. We have diabetes in our family. We have hypertension in our family. So my parents decided we're going to get away from those things. There's a way that we can not have those things in our bloodline. So I was raised away from those things. And growing up, I know I was raised around other children that were raised the same way, away from meat and dairy and chemicals. But a lot of times, a lot of the people we were raised around kind of went away from what we were doing with the way we were raised. Well, in my family, it was a big thing to know why we did what we did. So as I was growing up, we were taught herbal remedies. We were taught the reason why we were eating the way we were eating. We were taught about nutrients. We were taught about all of these things pertaining to health. And that's what makes me who I am. That's what makes me fight so hard for the way I live, that it's not just a fickle thing that I can choose one day and give up the next. No, that this is a lifestyle for me. That this is a way that I will always and continue to raise my children as, so that we won't have these things in our bloodline. Like I saw online one day, it said disease doesn't run in your family, and your family doesn't run enough. You know what I'm saying? Like disease doesn't run in our families. We don't eat the way we should be eating. And if we all eat the same way, of course it will seem to run in our family. So if you're talking about who am I am a person who has grown with the lifestyle of not just veganism, but health. Not just health, but being educated on the way I live, so that I won't just be living it and walking step through step, but yet living it, knowing why I'm taking each step. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about
Right.
who I am, about being 100% African-centered, new African, Pan-Africanism. We're talking about being focused on my roots and where we originate from as a people, and how we can take that to a greater step and take that to the next level. So if we talk about who I am, we're talking about so many different facets and so many different angles and ways of life that have become a lifestyle that have molded me into this person I am. We're talking music. Music has always been my way of releasing, letting out, of creating. Like whenever I want to create something, it usually comes out in music. I can
Yeah,
create
you got a lot of talents there. I know you're a drummer too. We have a video, and I need you to come. I can't see your handsome face, Damani, so if you could come down a little bit so I can see your eyes, because I see your lips, but I don't see your eyes. So definitely multi-talented, and I wanted to share the little drummer snippet that you sent to me. Yeah, that's perfect right there. So if you don't mind, everyone, I wanted to share his drumming, because he is definitely multi-talented, and you have to see the whole Afrocentric culture in him. So just bear with me one moment while I share that. Yeah, I got it. We got it right off of your Instagram. Look at that. Look at that. So much energy, so much. So who is the ideal market that you connect with when it comes to your music and your drumming? Like, who are you trying to connect with?
So I have a couple of different layers to my target market, who I'm writing for. So number one, when I write, I'm thinking of, I would have to say, I'm not really thinking of the people outside of me. I'm thinking of me. So I would say people who are like-minded, people who are Afrocentric, people who are raised in it, people who are, because I noticed that a lot of people, there are so many artists who are speaking for even just say consciousness coming from blindness, coming from ignorance. Well, I speak to the people who were raised knowing why, knowing what, knowing how. You know what I'm saying? But we never had an outlet. We never had a lot of the people who were raised with me went somewhere else because this did not look good enough. You know what I'm saying? So when I make music, it's like I'm making music. My first target is people who are being raised to understand their health. People who are raised to understand themselves, their skin, their love for themselves. It's like so that they don't have to feel like they don't have anything. You know, there's nothing for them. There's nothing for the people who are raised differently than the status quo. So I say that's my first target market is people who are being raised different and outside of the status quo because there isn't much for them. You know what I'm saying? They have to look and search and claw for artistry and talent that reflects their lifestyle. Just like I had to find stuff that reflected my lifestyle. So my first target is people that reflect this lifestyle of whether it be just health, whether it be Pan-Africanism, whether it be culture. What reflects your lifestyle? That's my first target audience. The second I would say is just anybody looking for music that actually gives you nutrients. It's music with nutrients. I mean, that's the only way I
like
to
that.
explain it.
I like that.
Music that gives you something, you can get something out of it. It doesn't just give you. It don't just taste good. It actually gives to your body. It gives to your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I make music, is the second audience is people who are actually looking to get something out of it. They're not looking to just have a good feeling for taste. You know what I'm saying? They're actually looking for outside of just flavor. You're gonna get the flavor. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna taste good. You're gonna get the flavor in music, but you also need to have some nutrients. And so my second target audience are people who are looking for nutrients in music. Outside of that, I'll say the next layer is health nuts. People like with Vegan Thug, literally, I really just wrote that for us health nuts out there who are focused on our health, a broader scope of more, I would say, because right now veganism and being healthy, that's kind of a wave right now. People are really getting into it and feeling it. Well, I want them to be excited about it. You know what I'm saying? Why be healthy and be excited and see that there are other people out there doing what you're doing. Keep going. Don't stop. I know it's new for you, but keep going. Don't stop. So all the new people, all the just the people who are entering this wave of being self-aware, who are entering this wave of being healthy, this is for you too. You know what I'm saying? So when I make music, it's layers to it. My primary target, you know, the people who it might affect, and then just I'm not even everybody else because it ain't for everybody, but like everybody else who is willing to listen, you know.
Well, I just want to educate the viewers on how you and I both connected because I've known Damani since last year, and how I found out about Damani was Vegan Soul Fest. We were planning for Vegan Soul Fest, and we usually start that planning in December and January. And I think you were just coming out with that video, Vegan Thug, around that time. I think January is when I saw it. And you had a post out there. You were looking for someone to book you, and you were tagging a certain veg fest. And that's how I discovered you. And I went into your profile and I saw all of this stuff in there. And I'm like, oh, wow, wouldn't he be a great addition to what we're doing at Vegan Soul Fest? Well, no, actually, I talked about the new fest we were coming up with, the Keep It Fresh Fest. That was the first fest that you performed at last year. So we connected you with that, and then I got you into the Vegan Soul Fest. So am I correct? My memory, so much stuff going on. But yeah.
I can't wait till we can get back out there and get back into these festivals. But
yes,
man,
Vegan Soul Fest would have been next Saturday.
I really just
Talking about that, because Vegan
really?
Soul Fest would have been
nice.
next Saturday. It was scheduled for August 22nd.
Really
So
just wanted
it
to,
would. You're okay. You're breaking up a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit.
Exactly.
But how are you navigating through the pandemic right now with performances not happening, on a large scale? What have you been doing?
Let me Wi-Fi to go. All right, because
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. Okay, Damani. Okay, I think we lost Damani. Okay, he's coming back in. Okay, Damani, you back? Okay, good. so how?
All right, we back.
Okay, how are you navigating the pandemic right now that events aren't well, what's actually happening? Because you're in Ohio. What's actually happening in your area?
So right now we got mandatory masks everywhere. Personally, I feel like humans need oxygen. So outdoors, of course, I'm breathing. I have to breathe.
Right.
Indoors, I also feel like people have germs, so I wear my mask indoors because hey, I don't want their germs anyway. So
right. We all got to protect ourselves.
Pandemic wise, right now, this is the best time to be juicing. This is the best time to be doing mucusless days. This is the best time for an enema. This is the best time to be focused on your health. I mean, shoot, we can't stress it enough. I'm sure everyone can really understand it. Like right now, we've been hitting up the living foods. I mean, we do this anyway, but I'll just throw it out there just to give you an example of something we do. We have a salad with almost every meal. That's live vegetables.
Awesome.
That's live nutrients.
That was going to be my next question. What do you normally eat on a daily basis? So right now you have a different regimen because of the pandemic. So you're doing salads every day. What type of salads? And you're juicing more?
Juicing. So my dad definitely gave me his juicer because they just repatriated to Tanzania, but they definitely gave me the juicer. So that's definitely in the plans because now we got the juicer. I'm about to get carrots. I'm about to get cucumbers. I'm about to get the kale going, apples, everything. So we definitely about to hit that juicer. But
what is your breakfast? What is your breakfast, lunch, and dinner look like on a daily basis right now?
Breakfast is definitely just start off with fruit. So I always start my mornings off with cherries. I love cherries, so that's gonna be my prime example. Cherries, apples, any other type of fruit that will get your morning going, get your insides to be prepared to consume for the rest of the day.
Right.
So my mornings just either like today and yesterday, I started off with a smoothie with banana, fruits, like stuff like that, and then
fruits. Yes.
I don't
people sleep on fruits. They really do. They sleep on fruits like it's not food, which is really interesting. like how do you respond to that when people say like the vegan food or plant-based food isn't really food? But it is. It's like the official food.
Right. Exactly. The biggest thing about fruits is that I say all fruits have a sort of laxative type of quality. They're gonna flush your bowels, your intestines. So that's one of the best things. Some people wake up, they don't go to the bathroom. If you wake up and don't go to the bathroom, you got a little clogness up there,
Right.
So
right.
I make sure I get my fruits, and they gonna help flush those bowels and those intestines, and you be ready to eat for the rest of the day,
Like people, I mean, some people don't really realize once you change your diet, from consuming all of these processed, unhealthy foods to a whole food, plant-based diet, those changes that you make in your body and how much healthier it is for you and for the planet and reducing animal cruelty and all that stuff that just benefits in so many different ways. How do you feel about what is happening in this country right now in regard to social and food justice?
I have noticed that a lot of people, like, first off, there are some great documentaries that have been coming out as far as this same topic you're talking about. Animal justice and food justice is like, people are really getting put into perspective. I think there are a lot of activists out there fighting right now for the lives of these animals to say, come on now, you killing this one animal and that's okay. But these dogs and cats that are that's cruel though. You know what I'm saying? No, maybe all life is important. All life means something. All life should be taken into account. I think, with my opinion, basically is that capitalism makes that's what messes up. That's what's messing up all people in this country. That's what's making obesity. That's what's causing people to need medicine. Is
Right.
because
Mm-hmm.
if they were trying to sell hundreds of thousands of burgers a day, well, people wouldn't. If people had to hunt for their food every day, I promise you they would eat less. I promise you they would be. I feel like there's never gonna be a world. We don't live in a world without death. As much as I
Right.
love the animals and all, I feel like there are predators. Predators exist. Some humans are well, right now all humans are pretty much predators, but some people are gonna eat meat, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Right.
don't choose
Right.
it. People are meat. The biggest problem is the manufacturing of animals. How do you take animals, put them in a factory farm, and create billions of burgers to serve these people a day? When you take a whole race of animals and you turn them into slaves for food, that's a big problem. You know what I mean? So
Right, right. It's
I feel
definitely, and then it's
like
not necessary, and it's unnecessary because you really don't need to consume any
exactly.
animals to survive. And I think that's the misconception people have, especially when they're talking about where you get your protein and on all of these questions that if they're educated and a little bit more aware, you can just think about the beans and grains and things like that
I,
have protein
I,
in it. And I don't
I
know
tell
anyone that's
you,
protein deficient.
and I'm living proof. I've lived my entire life without meat, and I'm not in a hospital wasting away somewhere. So,
What type of challenges do you experience advocating for veganism or the plant-based lifestyle in your community in Ohio? Where are you at in Ohio again?
I'm in Cincinnati. This is Cincinnati,
Cincinnati.
Ohio. That's where we.
Okay. What are you? What challenges do you face out there in Cincinnati?
I say, the biggest challenges is because the way I move and how long I've been doing it is kind of like I don't deal with negativity as far as when it comes to people talking about my lifestyle. So I say my biggest challenge is people who wanna care for me. They wanna give me. They wanna help me. They're like, oh, you're vegan. I got these burgers, and how do you tell them that this actually has eggs in it or milk in it, so I won't be partaking? My whole
Right.
thing is like, no, I don't want to go eat the Impossible Burger from Burger King because I don't eat that. I don't know what's in that. I don't trust it.
Right,
It's
right. I
telling.
mean, and then it's an option. It's a transition option for those folks that everyone has their different level of moving into this lifestyle. So everyone's going to have their preference. So, and with another thing, I'm glad you said that because there was a discussion on here. As a matter of fact, Jane Unchained had us all on talking about the community as a whole. If we know that these entities, these corporations, like I'm not going to name the names, are supportive of politicals or politicians that are not in our best favor, why do our people continue to support these entities? What would be your thoughts around that? Like,
right. Because my biggest thing is, if you're talking about, say, say the big corporations that are making these big name vegan burgers now that we don't know fully what's in every piece of it, is like they're pretty much creating the same thing that they created with meat. You know, they've been making synthetic meat for a while. People who eat meat have been eating synthetic meat for a while. They're just giving us the exact synthetic meat, and it's all boils down to capitalism, because they're doing this because it's becoming a wave, a trend, a fad. They're just trying to get the money from the trend and the fad. You know what I'm saying? They're creating things for vegans for the fad. Now, people who are, like you said, people who are just getting into it, of course, transition how you need to transition. But at the end of the day, I feel like we all should be getting towards as much whole foods as we can. If we could see the beginning stages of all of our food from the beginning, that would be great. I'm working on it right now. I'm living in a place where I can't grow, and that's so sad. But we working towards getting to a place where we can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Growing your own food, so you know where it comes from. Yeah.
I'm working towards eating as little processed food as I can. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's part of my.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm on that same wavelength. I'm into the whole food, plant-based. Yes.
I love it. I ain't gonna lie.
How do you respond when someone says that vegan or plant-based food isn't real food? Do you come across this often? What do you say?
Well, people do tell. Okay, they'll say, well, you know, you don't know if what you eating is real lettuce. People do say stuff like that. And you know what I tell them?
Like, is it organic or not? Right.
This fake lettuce is still better than that fake burger you're having. You know what I'm saying? If I'm eating, even to people who aren't eating organic vegetables, those vegetables are still better than the processed foods. If I'm gonna cut off something, I'm gonna cut off those processed foods or that meat before I cut off my vegetables and fruits.
Right.
I'm gonna eat the fruit. I can get the best quality of vegetables and fruits that I can have. That's not really same. You know what I'm saying? If we can get the best food you can until you can have the very best. You know what I'm saying? I can't have 100% organic food, so I'm gonna eat trash. I'm gonna eat all trash. You know what I'm saying? No. You eat the cleanest trash you can eat until you can have the best quality, you know?
Right. And Carol, yeah, there's nothing wrong with an occasional, and that key word is occasional veggie burger. A lot of times when folks are transitioning, it becomes an everyday thing, and then they're in checkup and wondering why they have high blood pressure and all that other stuff.
These people who are vegan because they indulged every day. Now that's something totally different. But we're all making a transition to being better. And I feel like there are also ways that people who are transitioning, they've done the veggie burgers and they're ready to keep moving. You can make handmade burgers. You can make your own patties, and that's a step, you know?
So you cook. You cook, Damani? Do you have some cooking videos out there that people can?
Oh, man, I'll be stepping up in the kitchen now. I'll be whipping it. We made vegan black bean burgers, and they were delicious, you know?
Yeah. Well, I got a lot of stuff in here for Damani. You know, he's on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at Damani Truth. So definitely you have to follow him at Damani Truth, and it's in the comments. The vegan thug video. Now we know the word thug has been a negative term. When you were making that video, what was your thought process around the title of calling it Vegan Thug?
So I know I told you about my lifestyle, the way I was raised healthy and all that. Well, the biggest thing about how I was raised as well is that we weren't like one of those families that were eating vegan and going to Whole Foods and spending $1,000 because we could on the most organic vegetables. No, I was raised in a part of town it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't Bougieville, you know?
Right.
So being raised, I'm like, in my mind, I haven't seen too many people who were not doing it, but like pubbing it, who were making music about it, but who weren't like of a certain status quo, didn't need to see themselves prim and proper, you know. So
Right.
to me, it's important for certain people in less people who are in the hood, people who are in the different ghettos of every different city, to see something that is like closer to home. You know what I'm saying? They can
The
see that
connection.
family.
Right. Making
Exactly,
that
exactly.
connection. Yeah.
They can see that family that can afford the most organic and best vegetables and fruits, and they're living where they have land where they can go out and just pick a tomato from their plant, you know, and they have the land, they live in a nice neighborhood, but they can't really relate to that. To me, it's like we kind of need to see something closer to home sometimes. I've seen people in Atlanta and Habasha or something, they have gardens and it's in the middle of the hood, and that just inspired me so much, because it's
Right.
like, yo, these people are living like me, but they are making it work. They are making it happen. They're
Right.
and the word thug, the actual word thug, to me, I've never put a negative connotation on that word. I've seen so many people who will be considered thugs do such amazing and powerful things, to where I'm like, we need to switch this up. We need to take this somewhere. If it's just like the N word, I mean, people have used it in such a bad way. It becomes such a negative thing, and some of us have chosen to use it in a different way, in a way that doesn't demean us, you know.
Right.
And I feel like the word thug that has been used to describe so many of our people, the word that has been used to describe so many of our people that are on T-shirts right now, shot by the police,
Right.
have been taken out of context. Now when people think thug, they think young black boy on the corner. So, but if we thinking a young black boy on the corner that's a thug, he has a vegetables and fruits, he's focused on his health. What are we doing? We're building a different mindset on how we seeing these young black boys and black girls on the street in the corner. They're not just thugs, hoodlums, and gangsters anymore. They're thugs, but they're also working on bettering themselves, working on growing themselves to be better people. If they see themselves with a goal, then maybe they won't worry about maybe these people aren't trying to throw their life away. Maybe they're trying to grow themselves. Maybe they're trying to be better. And hopefully other people will see that and choose to be better because they see themselves as the status quo or the thug.
Right. Awesome. I like, well, it's a great video, and I also like the Blacktastic. What other projects are you working on?
Oh, right now I don't have a name for it. I don't have a cover art for it, but I have like 9 songs, and I feel like they're all. So I've been, since everybody's been quarantined and everything, I've been in the lab. I got a studio set up in my house. I've been making every beat that is on that project that Vegan Thug was on up. I made by myself. I got the
Nice.
software. I made every beat. I produced it. I engineered it. I wrote every lyric. So right now I'm working on a project that is like flexing. Most of it is based on Pan-Africanism. Most of it is based on raising the black voice. Most of it is based around just the feelings I'm feeling right now. It's health from a spiritual side. It's health from a physical side. It's health from that mental, trying to get that mental health together. So I feel like it's always going to be about health. It's just what angle am I going to use to,
Exactly.
bring that point.
But you have great work, because I have the it's the ORI album and everything on there. I love from Ori, the Ori album, the water and the cookout, all of those, like, it's just great music and definitely child friendly. So I love it. How can people find you again at Damani Truth? Is there any website, or just you follow you on social media?
Right now, you can check me out at damanitruth.bandcamp.com. That's where I have all my projects.
Damani Truth.
when I started and working my way on up, you know. So
Okay. DamaniTruth.bandcamp.
You can go to SoundCloud, just look up Damani Truth. Everything. I'm on Tidal, Spotify, iTunes,
Okay.
Apple Music, Google Play. You can go on your Instagram story and you can find my song in the music tab when you're playing your little song behind your meal, or you want to do a boomerang, or you want to do just a video. You can go on. There's a new feature on Instagram called Instagram Reels. And on there, you can make nice little videos that are edited and chopped up, and you can use Damani songs on those videos. And I think it's
awesome.
neat. I have to go on. I'm trying to learn it so I can make one, but I haven't learned it yet.
Okay, you'll get there definitely. So everyone definitely check. Damani has such great music. You have to check him out. What do you want to what piece of advice or tips would you like to leave the viewers with before we sign off, Damani?
I would say, since the topic of today is health, I would say live health from whatever standpoint of life you're in. Whether you're rich, you're poor, what your race is, no matter what it is, make sure that you live it healthy. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people who come up with every excuse as to why they can't live healthy, because
right.
There's this store by my house. I live in an area. Live as healthy as you can. And
as you possibly can. Live as healthy and compassionate as you possibly can.
I say. Exactly.
Yes,
that's my advice.
You can only do the best that you can do with what you can and what you have access to. So 100%. And for the viewers out there, I want to thank all my sponsors, Jane and Chain News, for allowing us this platform to have this discussion, A Welfare World, Veg Fund, Eat the Change, Women Funders, and Animal Rights. Please like and subscribe to NaijaSpeaks.com. I have tons of interviews, just like the one I'm doing with Damani Truth. So you can always go back and watch the replay. Tell a friend, tell a friend. There is a viewer survey in the comments. We're trying to figure out what our programming should be, and we need that information from you, the viewers, so we can better provide you with programming through Naijha Speaks. And if you want to get 20 fresh salad recipe booklet, you can go to bvsmd.org. That's the Black Vegetarian Society of Maryland. Just opt in, I'll provide us your email, and you can get that. I'm so thankful that we were able to speak to you today, Damani. We were coming up on Vegan So Fast, and you definitely came in my mind, and I said, I have to get this brother on because you're doing such great things, and we had to find out what was going on with you.
Thank you so much for having me on your platform, man. Much love. Whenever we link up, it's always good energy. We did.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep building on it.
As soon as we get back to whatever the new normal is, and we can start, doing our festiveness, you coming back out here to Baltimore. All right. Tell your family I said hello. Keep it fresh. All right. All right, everyone. Have a good night.